Welcome, welcome to the webinar. It is 8 o'clock on the dot Central Standard Time, and I am excited to present to you Thanksgiving Cooking with CBD. I'm Dr. Rita McGuire. I'm one of the co-founders of Wakana, as well as the Chief Medical Officer, and I want to wish each and every one of you a very, very happy and blessed Thanksgiving Eve. We're going to talk about how we can use our products here at Wakana for our Thanksgiving dinner and beyond, because we've got our Christmas holiday dinners, we have New Year's and New Year's Eve. So excited about these new products that we are introducing to each and every one of you. Again, a CBD infused Thanksgiving meal webinar is what we're going to be talking about tonight. But let's first start with really defining what cannabis is. Cannabis has two species. One species is the hemp species, which contains a high level of CBD or cannabidiol and a very trace amount of THC or delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol. 0.3% or less defines industrial hemp. The second species that cannabis makes is the marijuana species. That's a species that contains a low level of CBD and a 20% or higher level of THC. So it's the marijuana, God bless you, it's the marijuana species that gets you high, and it's the hemp species that gets you healthy. So tonight, we are going to concentrate on CBD that's extracted from the hemp species. Well, what is CBD? Excuse me. CBD stands for cannabidiol. Cannabidiol is a compound, again, that's extracted either from the hemp plant or the marijuana plant. And there are more than 100 different compounds or cannabinoids, which are unique compounds that are found in the hemp plant. And again, CBD promotes health without the high. When we look at the plant, we talk about a full spectrum product. When we look at CBD and all of the other cannabinoids, we see that CBD is the hero, right? CBD, if you see the screen, has a very long list of medicinal properties that really help the body. CBD benefits range from being an antibacterial to reducing seizures and convulsions. We all know about the little girl by the name of Charlotte Figi, who really made CBD hit the media. In 2013, we see a little girl who has something called Dravet syndrome. That is a syndrome where children have between 300 to 500 seizures a week. And it wasn't until Charlotte Figi's parents introduced her to CBD, she went from having 300 seizures to 3 seizures a week. CBD also is an analgesic, meaning it is a great product to use for pain. Its anti-inflammatory properties, as well as its antioxidative properties, really help to decrease inflammation. CBD also is very good and helpful in anxiety issues, panic attacks, PTSD, depression, even insomnia, those who have sleep apnea or issues with sleep deprivation. CBD is tranquilizing. It also treats skin disorders like psoriasis and eczema and acne. So we see that this plant has so many properties that not only CBD addresses, but let's look at CBG, aiding in sleep, helping to reduce bacterial growth. Even when we look at CBC, it helps to promote bone growth. So you get the idea when you use a full spectrum product, the synergy of all these cannabinoids, the major cannabinoids, synergistically on a cellular level, give the body what we call balance or homeostasis. So again, CBD gives you the health without the high. It is the non-psychoactive cannabinoid that truly helps those who have a multitude of different physical and mental ailments to get balance. Whereas THC, or delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol, is considered the psychoactive cannabinoid that is responsible for the high when we consume THC. Again, the combination of THC and CBD is really more effective and more impressive on a cellular level, but we also know that CBD can antagonize the excitatory effects of THC. So we can see CBD really blocking the high in many cases when we talk about a combination product. So how do these cannabinoids actually work? What is what we call the pharmacology of how it works in our body? Well, it works by the endocannabinoid system. You've heard about the endocannabinoid system if you've been on my calls every week. But if you're new to my call, the endocannabinoid system is deemed the most vital regulatory system that maintains balance or homeostasis. In fact, this system was discovered when I was in medical school. Yeah, I'm dating myself. In the early 1990s, this system was discovered to help to aid and modulate appetite, digestion, your metabolism, the cardiovascular function, be it inflammation, pain, also the immune function. This system helps to regulate the immune function in many people who have autoimmune disease, like fibromyalgia and lupus and scleroderma and sarcoidosis. It helps with energy balance and thermogenesis. It even helps to improve memory and learning, as well as reduction of stress and helping with the sleep-wake cycles. So CBD in the previous slide might have sounded like a snake oil. How does it do everything? Well, it does everything by interacting with receptors in our brain, in our central nervous system, in our immune system, in our periphery. It's reacting with these cannabinoid receptors to put the body back in balance. In fact, these receptors are not only found in the brain and the central nervous system, but you can see the slide here in every single organ and gland in our body. Yes, receptors are found in the spleen, the pancreas, the skin, the colon, the bones, the reproductive organs like the uterus and the testicles and the ovaries and the lungs and the liver. Why? These receptors are there to put the body back in balance or homeostasis. So let's talk about incorporating CBD oil into our Thanksgiving dinner, because that's why we're here tonight, to learn about how we can use CBD infused in our food. Well, first of all, since the 2018 Farm Bill was passed last December, there's going to be a lot of people cooking with CBD. The 2018 Farm Bill that was passed by President Trump now deschedules hemp. What that means is that hemp was a controlled substance. For 80 years, hemp was scheduled with cannabis and was illegal. Now, because hemp is a descheduled controlled substance and it's legal in all 50 states, everyone's going to be cooking with CBD. So CBD can be used topically or sublingually, or it can be infused in our food, in our beverages. So it really makes it much more fun to consume when we're able to not only cook, but to bake with CBD. It's really important to have these tips though in mind. One, use a high quality CBD oil. That's really important. We'll talk about why our products here at Wakana are high quality products. The second tip is to start small. Don't overdo it. You want to make sure that your guests have a very, very favorable outcome when they are using CBD and tasting your food over the holidays. When you introduce CBD, you want to start low and start slow because it is something new in our system. We want to make sure that you understand that the best recipes to use CBD are recipes that have some sort of fat or butter in them. And that's why I'm excited to introduce our new Canna Butter. Store your CBD when you're not using and cooking with your recipes. Store your CBD in a cool, dry place, preferably the refrigerator. You can also add a few drops of CBD oil in your salad dressing, in your smoothies. So it doesn't have to be complicated. You absolutely can cook your favorite meal this Thanksgiving and just drizzle your CBD oil on top. You can add CBD oil or our water solubles to all of your favorite recipes. Most important tip is do not heat your CBD directly overheat, and to make sure that you don't lose the potency of your CBD. You don't want to bake or cook any higher than 350 degrees. When you go higher than 350 degrees, not only do you lose the potency of your CBD oil, but you lose the terpenes. We know that terpenes are what gives the flower its aroma. More importantly, terpenes have medicinal properties. Terpenes are found to have anti-inflammatory properties. Terpenes help improve your mood. They help your sleep. They decrease your inflammation. So terpenes are just as important as the CBD. So you don't want to overheat when you're cooking with CBD because you don't want to lose the potency, and you don't want to lose the terpenes, and you don't want to bring on a bitter taste. So all of those things you want to keep in mind by not overheating when you're cooking with CBD. So there is a way that you can make Canna Butter yourself, right? It's a very expensive and time consuming. But this is a recipe that you could use because we are going to be offering fresh flower to make Canna Butter, right? You can make Canna Butter by decarbing your cannabis. Well, what does that mean? Decarboxylating your cannabis is what you want to start by preheating your oven to 245 degrees. You want to place the cannabis buds, because we will be offering fresh flower, on a baking tray. And you want to line that baking tray with parchment paper to prevent sticking. When the oven is preheated, you want to place your tray inside and let the cannabis decarb for 30 to 40 minutes. You want to gently shake the tray every 10 minutes to ensure the cannabis buds are evenly exposed to heat. You want to remove your cannabis from the oven and allow it to cool. Once it's completely cool, you're ready for a cannabis butter or oil recipe. You want to use 1 cup of butter. You want to use 1 cup of coarsely ground decarb cannabis and 1 cup of water. You want to add the water and butter in a saucepan in low heat, and you want to keep the burner on low and start to add the cannabis mixture. Then turn your stove off, and you want to strain the cannabis-infused butter into a jar or bowl. You want to press down on the plant matter to ensure all of the butter is out. Let that butter reach room temperature, then use it immediately or store in the refrigerator or freezer until you're ready to use it. Well, we have totally helped you to eliminate that entire process. We are introducing our Wakana butter. So excited. We have 2 formulations of our Wakana Power Butter. Now, it's important to know that when you see the word power or you see the black label, that means that that's a full spectrum product that has the legal limit of THC, which is 0.3% or less of THC. So you don't want to use this Wakana Power Butter if you have random drug screens at your job. There is a possibility that that trace amount of THC, the legal limit, which is 0.3% or less, may show up in your drug screen. So the Wakana butter is our vegan, is our first product I'm going to talk about is our vegan. We use a pea rice. It is soy-free, it's non-GMO, it's dairy-free, and it's gluten-free. It is for your vegan loved ones. Now, the recommended dosing is 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon is a serving size, which will provide 8 milligrams of CBD. When you use cannabis butter, you want to make sure that when you're cooking or you're baking, that you're really stirring and making sure that the amount that you're using is evenly distributed in your recipe. So 1 teaspoon is a serving size. So for instance, if you're making something that is for, of course, 12 people, you want to make sure that you are providing 8 servings or 8 teaspoons that will provide 8 milligrams of CBD for that particular recipe. Now remember, I talk about the Mayo Clinic and the recommended dosing that the Mayo Clinic recommends, which is between 2.5 to 20 milligrams of CBD for people who have chronic pain. So 8 milligrams is a absolutely great amount of CBD that will leave your guests feeling relaxed, will leave your guests feeling great, and will leave your guests with the health benefits without the high. So that's our Power Wakana butter, which is a vegan product. We also have another Wakana Power Wakana butter, which is 100% grass-fed, but it is a Wakana butter that's not vegan. It is non-GMO. It is gluten-free, but it does contain milk. Again, it's a 200 milligram CBD in a 4 fluid ounce product, which gives you each serving 8 milligrams of CBD. We're going to talk about some other recipes that you're going to use your Wakana butter with. Again, remember, when you're cooking, when you're baking, please don't go any higher than 350 degrees. Why? Because you don't want to lose your potency of your CBD. You don't want to lose all the benefits of the terpenes, and you don't want to bring a bitter taste on. So this Wakana butter is so exciting. You don't have to worry about decarboxylating your cannabis flower. You can absolutely have our packaged Wakana butter, which is coming very soon. So this is a great recipe that you can screenshot. I will put the recording on our Wakana for Life Facebook page. So if you're not on our Facebook page, you're going to want to invite yourself to be on that page so that you can get these great recipes that you can use this holiday and beyond. But this is a cannabis-infused creamy mashed potato recipe. It's a great recipe. It's fast. It's easy. You need 3 tablespoons of canna butter. It's right there, right easy to use, helping those who want to use CBD in their food to get the benefits that CBD gives us: anti-inflammatory, analgesic, helping with anxiety, helping with sleep, and all of the other medicinal properties that CBD afford us. A cannabis-infused pumpkin pie recipe. Again, this recipe is so easy. Even if you're not a baker, get these ingredients, you mix them together. Again, that canna butter, 2 tablespoons of melted canna butter that you can use again to make your pumpkin pie recipe. This is one of my favorites because everyone loves cranberry sauce. This is a cannabis-infused cranberry sauce. Again, really simple ingredients. You can either screenshot this, or again, this recording will be on the Facebook page. But using cranberries, a little sugar, a little orange juice, cinnamon, and 1 tablespoon of canna butter is all you need. Again, making sure that you really stir and really make sure that you're mixing that canna butter when you're making your favorite recipes is key, because you want your guests to get the adequate amount of CBD that is used with our canna butter recipes. Even apple cider recipe. Now, the apple cider recipe is a great recipe that you can use our water soluble product with. Again, oil and water don't mix, so any liquid, be it water, juice, apple cider, wine, whatever beverages you're using, you want to use our water soluble products. Again, this is a great recipe that you can use for the holiday. It's an apple pie recipe, again, using the canna butter, or you can use our Culinary Plus oil that we'll talk about. We have a new product as well as our old products. Just remember, more is not better. Start low and start slow with about 5 to 8 milligrams in each serving is really all you'll need for your guests to feel the amazing effects of our products. So in summary, I want to summarize this before we go over some additional new products that we're rolling out, is when you're cooking with CBD, you want to use fat. Keep in mind that cannabinoids bind well with fat. So CBD needs to be infused into a fat or an oil-based ingredient like butter or coconut oil. What does this do? It really helps to increase the bioavailability and for you to receive the full benefits of the CBD. Avoid high temperatures. You don't want to cook or bake any higher than 350 degrees. Again, excessive high temperature or applying the CBD oil directly to heat can lose its potency. It can lose the terpenes effects and bring on a bitter taste. And control your dose. More is not better. Start low and start slow. And we'll talk more about dosing and how many milligrams are in each drop or each serving as we go along with our new product line. Here's a bibliography. You can get additional information on cooking tips for Thanksgiving, strategies, and really ultimate ways to infuse Thanksgiving dinners and holiday dinners. So let's talk a little bit before we get into some of our other new products about our company. The name of our company is Wakana, and we were launched on April 20th, just this year. Just 8 months ago, Wakana was brought into existence through the synergistic efforts and shared foundational values of 4 African American women who we truly believe that health, wealth, legacy, and freedom are gifts to belong to all people. Well, here are the 4 co-founders. Our CEO, Melissa Boston, brings to us 29 years of direct sales experience, 15 years in corporate sales, and she also is not only a former corporate America boss. She retired at the age of 32 and a half years old, but she's an author. She has coached over 50,000 distributors and has companies in over 40 countries. She's a social media strategist and truly is the visionary of Wakana. Our president is Dr. Patricia Van Pelt, who's serving her 3rd session as an Illinois senator. She's an author. She's an entrepreneur. She brings to us that pathway to ownership, to obtain multi-generational wealth, to leave legacy for our great-great-great-grandchildren. Phyllis Nash, our Senior VP of Sales, we call her our fabulous Phyllis, our fabulous midwife, where she brings over 30 years of direct sales as well. She is someone that put Leon Barbecue on the map. In fact, she started as a cashier and went all the way up and managed every Leon Barbecue in Chicago. And then myself, Dr. Rita McGuire, I'm Chief Medical Officer. I bring to you over 30 years in the healthcare profession as an obstetrician gynecologist, but was the first physician in Illinois to certify my patient in the opioid exchange program, as well as I certify patients for their medical marijuana card. I was part of the adult use. In fact, the governor of Illinois asked me to testify for the legalization and taxation of the adult use law that we're going to see rolling out here in Illinois in January, just a couple of days from now. So our products you can trust. Our products are, we provide some of the most rich medicinal hemp that is fully compliant with the State Department of Agriculture regulations. And that's really important because hemp is a bioaccumulator. What that means is that when you grow hemp and it is not in an organic soil or environment, that hemp can accumulate any toxins and heavy metals. So our products are all fully compliant with the State Department of Agriculture regulations that mandate organically grown hemp. Our products are industrial hemp registered, and our products are fully compliant with the 2018 Farm Bill. That Farm Bill states that CBD to be legally sold and consumed in all 50 states has to be extracted from the hemp plant. The definition of hemp is containing no more than 0.3% of THC. That is the legal limit of THC in the United States. So here is our product line. Again, we talked briefly about our Wakana butter, which is a power product. You see that our power products are in black. The black label identifies the product as a full spectrum product that contains 0.3% or less of THC. Then we have our broad spectrum product, our pure products. Those are products that contain less than 0.0% of THC. Those are products that you want to take if you are at a job that does random drug screens. Again, that's the pure products. We also have topical products. You know, that's something that you want to talk about at Thanksgiving. Yes, at your Thanksgiving dinner. You want to find out from the families and friends that you're going to be with this holiday if they have pain. You know, pain is affecting 100 million Americans. So this Power Extreme Relief product includes 0.3% or less of THC with 200 milligrams of CBD, but we have a proprietary blend of essential oils that are USDA organic essential oils that enhance the anti-inflammatory properties of CBD. Those essential oils include peppermint and clove and eucalyptus and menthol crystals and arnica and black seed. Just an amazing product that can offer relief locally to all of your friends and family that may be in pain that you're going to talk to over Thanksgiving holiday. We also have a larger Power Relief. This Power Relief is at 500 milligrams, but it's in a 60 ml bottle. So not as concentrated as the Extreme Power Relief, but absolutely another great product that you can use for those who have mild issues of discomfort that want to use a local CBD product. Now, topical products, even though they contain the 0.3% or less of THC, they do not pass the blood-brain barrier, so they're able to be used in those who have random drug screens as well. We have a new product, and excuse the fact that this label is a little blurry, but we're rolling out a new Power Liquid Relief. Our new Power Liquid Relief is a 200 milligram liquid topical product in a 15 ml bottle. This product contains not only CBD, but we use a carrier oil of MCT, but it contains black seed and menthol and peppermint and borage and spearmint and lavender and frankincense and rosemary and pine needle and turmeric and eucalyptus, sweet basil, cinnamon, lemon, tea tree, moringa, and clove. Oh my goodness. We're saying that this product truly has the most anti-inflammatory properties in these USDA certified organic essential oils that our formulator put together to truly, truly help those with pain and discomfort. 1 to 2 drops is used topically. That's all you need. More is not better when we talk about CBD. 1 to 2 drops is all you'll need to get that local relief that you're looking for. We also have our Power Hemp MD. Our Power Hemp MD is our most potent concentrated tincture. Tincture means that's an oil that you place underneath your tongue. You need to hold that for about 60 seconds so that the CBD can be absorbed in those glands underneath the tongue, and they can get quickly, within 15 minutes, into the bloodstream. Again, this is a great product that a lot of physicians are using, pharmacies are using, a great product for those who have a more severe condition going on. Recommended dosing is 3 drops twice a day. Now, each drop of this product contains 2.5 milligrams of CBD. Again, we talked about the Mayo Clinic's recommendation for chronic pain is between 2.5 to 20 milligrams a day. So more is not better. I always start my patients off low and slow, and then you can increase from a daily support if that's not addressing your symptoms to health support, which is 8 drops twice a day. 15 drops a day is absolutely that maximum support that some people may need. As we move on, we have also our new hemp-powered hair. And again, I'm sorry that this label is a little blurry. I got really excited and wanted to blow it up for you. But we have all been waiting for hemp-powered hair. Alopecia, traction alopecia, is a really big problem with all the different hairstyles that we like to wear in the African American community, right? We like wearing braids, we like doing weaves. So we have a lot of traction that causes what we call alopecia or hair loss. This is a great product that addresses androgenetic alopecia. That's a little hair thinning that we see in men, and traction alopecia that we see in women. As long as the hair follicle is still there, this amazing product will help to restore the hair. It's 100 milligrams in 15 ml bottle. The ingredients, it contains, that is a typo, 100 milligrams. It contains virgin olive oil, black seed, hemp oil, baobab, borage, pumpkin, lavender, rosemary, moringa, wild salmon, peppermint, cedarwood, thyme, cinnamon, and lemon. The recommended dosing for our hemp-powered hair is 6 drops underneath the tongue, 3 times a day, or you can use this product topically twice a day on the scalp. This will give you 6 milligrams of CBD on a daily dose. Great, again, for restoring hair that has been lost or thin due to alopecia, traction, and or androgenetic. Again, as long as there's a follicle, this product will help to restore your hair. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do what we always do, and we're going to stop sharing, and we're going to see if there's any questions out there, which you can put in the chat if you like, or you can put it in the Q&A section here. So we are, as we're waiting for this to happen, we are going to have my daughter, who's here from college, and we are going to do a quick little visual for you. Quick little visual. Will the hair products show on drug tests? How can I obtain my broker's license? Okay, So if you're using the hair product topically, it will not. Topical products do not pass the blood-brain barrier, so you can use that product topically. If you're using the hemp-powered hair product, ingesting it orally, then it will show up possibly on a drug screen. That's why we never recommend those who are ingesting our power products. If you're ingesting the power products, you want to make sure that you are not having urine drug screens at your place of work. We also have the ability, I don't know where my college daughter is, but she's 21. She was going to help show you some of the food products that we made tonight. We made mac and cheese and greens and yams and a turkey. And just using our products that we have now, like our water soluble, that you can use during Thanksgiving in your wine, in your water, in your beverages. Now, what's really interesting is that there's certain alcoholic beverages that have a higher fat content. A higher fat content meaning vodka and whiskey. Those fat contents are high enough that when you use the CBD, it's actually more bioavailable to the cells when you're infusing fat, high content alcohol. That's vodka and whiskey. When you use products that the fat content's not as high, when you're infusing wine or beer, just know that the bioavailability is not as high as if you use an alcoholic beverage that has a higher fat content. That's just a little nugget that we want to share with you. Are there any restrictions on reheating food made with CBD in it? So you want to make sure that when you use CBD and you're dealing with heat, you want to make sure that you are not using any higher temperature than 350 degrees. What will happen? You'll just lose the potency of the CBD. You'll lose the medicinal benefits of your terpenes, and you may start to get a little bitter taste. Nothing bad will happen to you, but you don't want to lose the potency of the CBD product that you're infusing your food. So when you reheat, again, making sure you're not heating it higher than 350 degrees, and you're not cooking and baking any higher than 350 degrees. Very good questions. What's the name of the alopecia for men? It's called androgenetic alopecia. Androgenetic alopecia is male balding. You know how men, they kind of bald here and they have the side hair like a clown? That's androgenetic alopecia. Also, can you microwave? Yes, you can microwave. I don't like microwaving my food. I don't like microwaves. I like to heat my food up in the oven. Again, making sure that you're not overheating higher than 350 degrees to avoid losing the potency, to avoid losing the terpenes, and to avoid that bitter taste. Try to stay away from microwaves. Now, how can you obtain your broker's license? Well, whoever invited you on the call, you want to contact them so that you can get that information about broker's license. But let's keep on track. We want to make sure we talk about our gummies, right? You're at the dining room table. You've got family over for Thanksgiving. You want to make sure that you're sharing the information about your products, right? There's so many different ways that CBD can be used. You can infuse CBD. We talked about it. You can cook with CBD. You can bake with CBD. Our canna butter is going to be amazing, hands down. All those recipes included canna butter. You also can use our water-soluble products, right, to infuse your beverages, because everyone is going to have either a glass of wine or maybe some eggnog, whatever it is, use your water solubles this Thanksgiving. You're also going to talk about gummies, right? Gummies are another way that you can use CBD to get into the system. Gummies take a little longer. They take about 45 to 90 minutes to get into your bloodstream, but gummies, again, help to relieve anxiety, pain, inflammation. They help you sleep. So after you get up from the table, you have all that food, make sure your guests take a gummy home so that they can sleep sound. You know, sleep is really important. If you deprive yourself of sleep for so long, you can die. So you need sleep. But it's the restorative sleep. It's that rapid eye movement sleep. It's that sleep that when you wake up, not only do you feel restored, but you have energy. Your body heals at night. So we need CBD to help those serotonin and dopamine pathways in the brain, not only to help relax us, but to help us sleep, to get into that deep REM sleep, rapid eye movement sleep. So that's the gummies. Now, what we're gonna do, because I don't know where my daughter is. So we're going to talk about simple things, right? Because you don't have the can of butter yet, right? It's coming. But simple things like my candy yams, right? You can use our existing products right now, which is our Culinary Plus. This is going to be one of the go-to products, as well as our water solubles, right? And you're going to use each drop of our Culinary Plus is 1.67 milligrams. Remember, more is not better, right? So, for instance, if you want your guests to get between 5 and 8, milligrams of CBD, you're going to make sure that you dose it out 1.67 per drop, not dropper, but we're talking one drop. Just one drop is almost 2 milligrams, right? So you're not going to use a lot of CBD per serving. Each serving, you want to give them maybe 3 drops. You've got something with 15 servings, that's 45 drops that you're going to use. But go slow and go low. You can also use the Culinary Plus as a drizzle. I love drizzling things. Drizzling means that you don't have to worry about cooking with something, but you can use it in your salad dressings. You can drizzle your string beans. You can drizzle any sort of salad or any sauce for the Thanksgiving holiday and not have to worry about the math so much, okay? But just know how many milligrams are each drop. That will help you to devise a very good plan per serving, go low and go slow. We also have something that you can use. See, my daughter was supposed to help me with this, with your turkey, right? Same thing with your turkey. With your turkey for Christmas, you're going to be able to use our can of butter, right? You're going to take that can of butter and you're going to just marinate and massage that turkey with the can of butter as it's cooking in the oven. Remember, don't go any higher than 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Because you don't have the can of butter yet, you can absolutely use the Culinary Plus. You can use the Culinary Plus on the turkey as it's baking, or you can use it as a drizzle. You don't have to complicate this at all right now. You can make it very simple. You can use some of the recipes that I've shared with you tonight. You can use our existing products, our water solubles, our Culinary Plus, our great products. The only thing you have to remember is not to overheat the CBD when you're cooking and baking. That's just really important. Nothing bad is going to happen to you. You're just not going to have the potency that you're looking for if you overheat or you bake higher than 350 milligrams. Water solubles, again, are easy to dose out in your favorite beverages, 1.67 milligrams per drop. Do not overdo it. People don't need a lot of CBD. You want your guests to have a good experience. If you give them too much CBD, what will happen? Well, they may get a little sleepy. They may get a little nauseated. They may get a little dry mouth. So more is not better. Do 1 or 2 drops per serving. That's 2 to 4 milligrams per serving. That's enough. Share your products, share your gummies, even share your lotion. You know, have this in the bathroom. Your guests are in the bathroom, they're washing their hands. Have this body cream for them so that they can try and experience the amazing body cream that we have that has 500 milligrams of CBD. The skin is the largest organ in our body, right? So this cream is great for those who may have psoriasis or eczema, or those who just want to restore and have healthy, smooth, moisturizes hands. So these products can be everywhere in your house for Thanksgiving. You can have them in the bathroom. You can have them in the kitchen. You can definitely have the water solubles on your bar so that your guests can experience the high quality, potent products that we have at Wakana. Super excited about our can of butter. Super excited about our culinary oil. Excited about our pre-rolls. We have so many exciting products that each and every one of you will have the chance to purchase on Black Friday. But for now, you want to use tonight the products that you already have, that you can already use to make the most successful Thanksgiving dinner ever. Your guests will leave relaxed. They will be relaxed. They will have less inflammation and pain, and they will be very grateful that you have introduced them to our products. I have really been excited, and I'm talking so much. Let's see. My gummies are in a white package. Is there a difference? Yes. The gummies that are in the white package are our broad spectrum gummies. Those gummies contain less than 0.0% of THC. The black package are gummies that contain the legal limit of THC, which is 0.3%. When you see a black package, what does that mean? That means that it is a full spectrum product with the legal limit of THC. When you have a white label package, that's a package that, or a product that a person who has random drug screens should be on, right? That is a broad spectrum product that contains less than 0.0% of THC. Let's see, how are we on time? What are the effects of having CBD in the majority of your food on Thanksgiving? So if you have CBD in the majority of your food on Thanksgiving, people are going to be feeling great. You're not using a lot of CBD, but you're able to, what we call synergistically give that entourage effect, where you're having all of the terpenes and the flavonoids and the CBD, and you're able to really help your family feel a difference. Very subtle, very relaxed, and without a high. So I recommend that, you know, you have, again, your water soluble products on your bar. So you have your bar set up, your wines, your vodkas, whatever your guests are drinking, water, juice, have your water solubles on your bar, okay? Then you're gonna use your Culinary Plus. You're gonna make sure that's in the kitchen, you're baking, you're cooking with that, no higher than 350 degrees. I can't stress that enough. You bake or cook something too high, you're gonna lose the potency, you're gonna lose your terpenes, and you may start getting a bitter taste. And then you're gonna have these on the table. These are something called conversation starters, right? They're gonna be like, what's in that package? And you can talk about how gummies are a different way, another way of getting CBD into the system. Great for sleep, great for inflammation, and great for libido. Let's see what other questions we have. I think there's some questions on the Q&A. Let's see what they have here. Can the CBD oil be used on the skin for hormonal acne? So what you want to do is you want to use the CBD Powered Mango Body Cream on your skin, okay? absolutely you want to always do a test on your skin. Some people are sensitive to THC or even CBD. So you want to make sure that you do a test. What does a test mean? You want to take a little of the cream first and do a test on your skin, right? You want to make sure that there's no untoward, unwanted side effects at all. Some people are just sensitive, so you want to make sure that you do that test. Can I use CBD products if diagnosed with a bipolar disorder? Which products? So CBD has been shown in research to put the pathways that regulate mood, that's serotonin and dopamine, pathways in the brain that regulate mood. Absolutely, the research has shown not only does it assist with bipolar patients, but those who have schizophrenia, those who have anxiety and depression. So yes, that product would be either a tincture form, or you can use the water soluble, or you can use a gummy. Each gummy is 25 milligrams per gummy. Our gummies are vegan, they're non-GMO, and they're infused. Great question. So yes, those with bipolar, anxiety, depression, schizophrenia, there are research that shows it helps with those pathways in the brain. What are your thoughts concerning an FDA claim that a purified form of CBD has a potential for liver injury? Great question. So CBD is metabolized through the liver. The liver has a certain pathway called the P450 pathway. That pathway is a pathway that certain other medications like Coumadin, some of your anti-seizure medications, they are metabolized through that same pathway. So the research that I found is that those who use very high levels of CBD, we're talking like 2,000 to 3,000 milligrams of CBD a day, which we are not talking about anyone using that high amount of CBD. There is a potential of not only having a drug-drug interaction because it's metabolized in the liver with the P450 pathway, but there could be a potential long-term use of high levels. We're talking about 2,000, 3,000 milligrams a day, high levels of liver toxicity. So that's why I always recommend that patients who are on a blood thinner called Coumadin, those who are on an anti-asthma medication called Theophylline, and some seizure medications that children take, absolutely, you make sure that your physician knows that you're taking CBD. In fact, we talked about the disclaimer. The disclaimer is that if you're on medication, if you're under a doctor's care, let your physician know that you're using CBD. It doesn't mean you can't take CBD. It just means that your physician needs to monitor those levels, those INRs, those theophylline levels in those patients who are on medications that are metabolized and utilized in the liver the same way as CBD is. Great questions. How? I answered all the questions on the Q&A. Oh, what products do you recommend for type 2 diabetes? Well, CBD is an anti-diabetic, has anti-diabetic properties as well. What I love about our products is that our products have a proprietary formulation that includes black seed, B-L-A-C-K, black seed. Black seed has been shown in research to rebuild the beta cells of the pancreas. So it's great for type 1 and type 2. When you enhance a CBD product with black seed and turmeric and peppermint and the anti-diabetic properties that CBD has as well in lowering and normalizing blood sugar, we talk about diabetes is inflammation of the pancreas, the beta cells of the pancreas. So any of our products would be great for getting those with type 2 diabetes back in balance. Of course, if you have type 2 diabetes, number one is your diet. You can't continue to eat processed foods, fried foods. I'll give you a break on Thanksgiving, maybe a little break. But you can't continue to eat those foods and think that CBD is going to improve your blood sugar, right? We can't make any claims at all. But what we can say is that there are thousands of research peer review articles that show that CBD helps to decrease the inflammation in the pancreas, which in turn improves blood sugars, right? A lot of research on that. So it depends on which method of ingestion that you like when you take CBD. You may like using the water soluble. You may like using a tincture. You may like using a gummy. You might like using our pre-rolls that are coming out or our vape cartridges. Whatever the most convenient way of utilizing, ingesting your CBD is the best way, is the best product for you. So if you're someone that says to me, you know, Dr. Reed, I really don't like holding an oil underneath my tongue for 60 seconds. It's a lot easier with my busy lifestyle to infuse my water in the morning or to drizzle some of the Culinary Plus on my oatmeal, then I would say use that product. So it depends on your preference to answer the question, your preference of which product would help you to be more compliant. It's all about compliance. You know, if it's hard for you to remember to put this water soluble in your water, it's easier for you to drizzle this in your oatmeal in the morning, the Culinary Plus, then do that. Last question. Can CBD help with toothaches? Absolutely yes. I had the worst toothache probably in a long time, about 3 months ago. And this is when I bring up, the vape cartridges. Vaping I love because the onset of action is within a minute. Had a really bad toothache. There are receptors in the mouth. We talked about receptors are in every organ and gland in our body. So the receptors in the mouth, when they get inflamed, when there's bacteria, remember CBD is an antibacterial. It's an analgesic. It's anti-inflammatory. So of course it's going to help with the toothache. Onset of action when you vape is a minute. So can you imagine, you know, the old way you used to address your toothache? The old way I used to address toothache was Motrin or Aleve. Within a minute of vaping, the onset of relief I found within 15 minutes, my toothache was gone, right? So toothache can be addressed with a tincture. If you're more inclined to use a tincture, it can be addressed with a water soluble. It can be addressed with a gummy. It can be addressed with your vape cartridge, whatever method that you find is more conducive with your lifestyle, that's what you should use. But absolutely any acute condition, acute toothache, migraine, anxiety, inflammation, pain, vaping is a great way to get the CBD into your system quickly, within a minute. Great questions. I think I said that was the last one, right? So what we want to do is we want to just share the screen so you can see these different packages. One package that you can go with tonight is our personal use dispensary. That's a great way to get products for your personal use. This package is $299. It's a $500 value. Another package that we have is our full dispensary. Our full crown jewel dispensary is a great package to not only get your personal products in your system, but start selling and sharing these products with your families and friends. It's a $2,000 value for $998. So whoever invited you on this line is really, really in love with you. That's all I want to say. They are in love with you. They care about you so much that they wanted you to hear this information. They also want to talk to you about our new packages, our founder packages, our Black Friday specials, our 25% off products. They want to talk to you about all of this exciting information because they love you. So whoever invited you on the line, I want you to call them right now. I know you're cooking, you're baking. I'm done. I've got mac and cheese, greens, sweet potato. I don't eat meat, but there's a turkey there for my family. I've infused everything. I've used the Culinary Plus. I've got this by the bar. We're ready. Okay. We want you to be ready. So whoever invited you on the line, please contact them immediately so you can get your products ordered. You can hear about our Black Friday specials. You can get these products into your system because you are loved. So have a happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you same time next week, Wednesday, at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Invite your family, invite your friends, invite your favorite healthcare professional, because physicians like myself, they need to hear this information. They need to know that here at Wakana, we have a very quality product, very safe and potent product that has helped thousands of people. So have an amazing, blessed, happy Thanksgiving. Good night.